Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about my high school experience as a trans person. So as you guys know, I came out in 8th grade as a transgender male to female. I came out on Instagram. So I have 3 big topics I want to talk to you guys about. So the first one I want to talk to you guys about is bullying. In high school, I was bullied a lot, just like I was in middle school. In middle school, I was called fag. No, I was just called everything under the books that a young, very flamboyant person would be called. They thought I was gay and they would make fun of me. And made fun of me in that way, made fun of my clothes that I wore. I wore very feminine clothes. I wore Uggs, I wore, different things. And people would bully me because I was stepping outside of what they believed was supposed to be in that gender. And then I ended up coming out, 8th grade year, came out as trans. High school rolls around. This is when the bullying started to get more intense. So in high school, I was bullied a lot. It was mostly by boys. Most of the girls were either accepting or just ignored the fact that I existed. Guys, however, they liked to mess with me. So it all started in my sophomore year. One time I came back because I played soccer in high school, which is something I'll talk to you guys about. I came back to my car and I found that they had thrown, I came back from a soccer game. So I went to play soccer, an away soccer game. And I came back to my car after the soccer game and someone had thrown pills all over my car. Not only just pills, but they had thrown trash and all kinds of stuff. And so when I came to my car, I was like, what's happening? And basically I took that as a threat on my life and I felt like it was so scary. And then a couple weeks later, my car was saran wrapped. And then a month or 2 after that, or maybe it was a little longer than that, I woke up one morning and I went out to my car and I found a dead animal in my car, soap on my windows, and flour thrown all over my car. That's when it got scary. So basically after that, I made a police report. But being the little mature teenager I told them, I said, I don't want anyone to get in trouble. I don't want to ruin anyone's life just because they're ignorant and immature. I wouldn't want to hurt someone just because they hurt me. That's not my thing. I told the police, I said, I don't want anything bad to happen to them. I just want them to know that it's not okay and they shouldn't do it again. And then if they do it again, that I do want them to get in trouble. And so I had that option. I signed off on the paper. I said, I don't want them to get in trouble for harassment or whatever, or, vandalizing or whatever. I don't want them to get in trouble. I just want them to know to not do it again. I still continue to have bullying, or have kids that are from my high school and from my town. They still continuously make fake Instagram saying, oh, Kendall is a boy, blah, 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 blah. And then they'll go on my Instagram thinking I care. And they will go on there and they'll post shit and they'll be like, nah, 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 and come on my live and comment and say mean things and then guest on my live and just try to harass me more because they think that that's gonna make their life happier or they're gonna get happier from it. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's girl, I am so happy. I'm living my best life. Move on, sweets. I'm happy. I'm living my best life. I'm enjoying my life. I'm just, and so that's the whole bullying aspect of my high school experience. So most of my bullying was online, but there were the few incidents where I literally woke up and just saw a dead animal on my car, blood running out of its mouth, soap all over and flour. And because I honestly, the car things, I felt like my life was literally being threatened. I literally thought they were gonna come and try to hurt me, or they wanted me to hurt myself. And that's kind of when it got more scary and just serious. But I did work closely with my principal on just trying to keep bullying down. I don't know, I just worked closely with him and told him everything that happened. I told him every person that bullied me. And literally kids at my school would be like, oh, don't fuck with her. She'll tell the principal. And it's I didn't care to be the snitch, but it's I was the snitch. I mean, I was the snitch. You fucked with me, I told. Because I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't have the time to deal with it. Go do something else. Be somewhere else. The next aspect of being trans in high school that I want to touch base on that I think is just really important, I wish more people would understand and know, is bathrooms. So bathrooms in high school, I as I told you, I worked closely with the principal just to make sure everything was smooth for me, for everyone. And so in high school, I told them, when I was transitioning, I told them like about everything that needed to be happening. I needed to be addressed as a female. I needed to be addressed by this name and not by my other name. So I told them all those things and we figured out everything in the aspects that we needed to. And then it came to bathrooms. So bathrooms are pretty simple. They told me that I could use the girls' bathrooms, but they would prefer if I used the bathroom in the office that was meant for the adults and the workers and the staff or whatever. And I was like, okay, that's fine, that's fine. And so for the first couple months, I didn't even feel comfortable going into the girls' bathroom because I felt like it was just like a weird vibe when I would go in there. Like people would give me weird looks and like say weird things, and like I would just like hear people talk like while I was like sitting in the stall, and I'm just like, I don't want to be around it. So for the first couple months, I would go to the staff bathroom that was in the office, and that really wasn't that bad. Like I really didn't have an issue with that, but eventually I just got lazy and I didn't want to walk all the way down to the office, so I just started using the women's restroom, and it went on from there. Literally only the first 2 months I really went to the restroom in the office, and I think after that I only used the restroom in the office when I needed to take a fat shit, because I was not taking a fat shit in the public bathroom. Ew. So I took it in the little private bathrooms in the office. Then comes locker rooms and lockers. So in high school, you know, you have PE class, you go to class, you gotta change, you gotta do the whole, you gotta do the whole deal. So PE rolls around that time of day. They made me change in the fucking office. It wasn't that irritating. It wasn't that annoying. It was just like I was being separated from everyone else that was the same gender as I was. I'm a girl. I didn't really want to get dressed in a separate area, and it was kind of annoying or whatever. But honestly, I think it was because parents were complaining, and I personally feel like if other people have an issue with me changing in the girls' locker room, that's not my issue, that's their issue. That's their uncomfortability. And if you're uncomfortable with changing around me, change somewhere else. I'm not looking at your titties. So if you played a varsity sport in my high school, you didn't have to take PE your 3rd and 4th year. And since I played soccer, which I'll get to that here in a second, I only took PE for 2 years. And then my junior year, I didn't have to take PE. And then my senior year, I decided to graduate early. So when you graduate early, sometimes can't play the sport that you played in high school. And I played soccer, and soccer was in the spring for girls. So I had to take a PE class. And it was the worst ever, and it was an extra period, actually. It was at the end of the day after everyone else left. I had to go to fucking PE, which was the worst. But honestly, it was the best thing ever because I got to end high school a semester early. So that semester, I ended up changing in the locker room anyway, and they called me down, like literally 3 or 4 days in. They were like, we thought we already talked to you about this. You're changing in the bathroom and the office. I was like, no, I'm not really feeling that anymore. I'm not really down for that anymore. I'm going to change in the girls' locker room, and if anyone else has an issue with that, they can literally change somewhere else. Luckily, our class was pretty small because not very many people took it, so I don't think I really had that many issues in that class. It really was just the classes. My freshman and sophomore year, I had a lot of parents, I think, complain about me and stuff, and just like bullshit. The last and final issue that I really want to touch base on is sports. They're separated by gender, and so obviously you had, the people that played, like women's soccer, boys soccer, whatever. So I was allowed to play on the women's soccer team. I was allowed to play for regionals and everything, and there was no issues. It was fun. I loved soccer. I sometimes wish that I would have stayed for my 4th year to play, but then also I'm just like, no. I wanted to get out of that high school. I wanted to get away from those people. I also felt like I don't feel like I didn't have good friends in high school, but I felt like the friends that I had were being influenced too much by the culture that we lived in, and the culture we lived in, being trans wasn't accepted as much. And so I felt like they were ditching me a lot to go hang out with people because those people didn't want me around. So then they wouldn't invite me because they still wanted to go hang out with those people. So I would get ditched a lot. Also, my freshman year of high school, after I came out, I lost all my friends because they all ditched me because people would literally not hang out with them because of me. People would literally avoid them because of me. And that was really upsetting because I did go through my freshman year, my first year of transitioning all by myself. I had no friends. Honestly, I would jump around from like people to people, like trying to find someone who would hang out with me in my like group of friends and stuff. And I actually didn't even find a friend group, like a steady like friend group, people that really supported me until my junior year of high school. And when you think about going through two of the biggest years of your life, like I started hormones, I changed my name, I changed my gender, I was going through all these things, I was growing my hair out, I was learning how to do makeup, I was finding who I was as a woman, and not only a woman, like as a person, and like finding my interests. And I just like had no one to share that with. My mom was my best friend. I went to dinner with my mom all the time. I hung out with my mom all the time. And then junior year rolled around. I found some of my best friends that I still talk to this day, and still am like waiting for them to literally graduate high school to come hang out with me, because I ended up finding people and they were like a year younger than me. So they were sophomores when I was a junior. And I ended up just finding a really good group of girls, and I still am friends with them to this day. I just was in Illinois literally yesterday, and I was visiting with them and talking to them, and I love them and I miss them, and I am so glad that I found them. Have a friend who's trans, do not ditch them, because that killed me. That really, it was hard. It gave me a lot of social anxiety. I think that's one of the big reasons why I have such bad social anxiety. And like when I go around and meet new people, and when I like, you know what I mean? I get really bad anxiety because I didn't have any friends for 2 years. 2 of my hardest years, I would say, of my whole entire life. I like to say that I've gone through it, and then I've powered through it, and then I'm doing so much better now. I have such a good group of friends. I have such good friends, and I keep my circle so fucking tight. Anyway, guys, if you guys are ever feeling bullied or harassed, I want you guys to know that you guys are not alone, and to check the links in my bio of this video, and you guys will see a bunch of cool things that will help you if you're ever feeling alone and you need someone to talk to. Also, if you guys ever need someone to talk to, DM me. Literally, just message me. We can talk. We can have deep talks. And also, I want you guys to remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell so that you get a notification every time I post a new video. Also, make sure you guys are checking up on my social media like Instagram and Twitter. I'm always posting on there, updating you guys about my life. Snapchat especially. Snapchat, I'm always on that bitch. Always updating you. Always showing you me litty as fuck. And also just make sure you love yourself and be happy. And I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.